Hey guys, welcome back to Community Kitchen. I'm John Hanson, joined by Aiden Carter, and today we are discussing Rockstar union busting. Uh, Not necessarily a surprise, I don't think, but still another bad look at Rockstar, the company. It seems like we get these kind of news out of them like every couple of years or so. Aiden, what's up?
How's it going, everybody? Um, this was not on my bingo card. It was not, but I don't know. I don't know the history of Rockstar, but I don't know. They always seemed like one of the better companies to me. So I don't know. Nobody shoot me in the comments here, but because I literally don't know their past.
Uh, the only past I know of them is just constant. Obviously, we know the past of the game releases and everything. They have a brilliant run of the most popular video games of all time with Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption up there too. We're pretty good, but the all you ever hear on the all you ever hear on reports of them is just toxicness. Like this all really came to a head, I would say, like near the end of the 2010s is when it really became a thing. But nowadays, you you would believe that all the changes in leadership and all the different things that they've put into them, you would think that it would have changed for the better. But maybe that's not the case when it comes down to Rockstar's approach to unions. So let's kick this all off. This is all coming from a report by Jason Schreier, who says, hold on, let me actually pull it up here. I am very prepared at all times. All right, so Jason Schreier of Bloomberg, he wrote, Take-Two Interactive Software Incorporated's Rockstar Games fired dozens of employees in a move that a British trade union said was designed to prevent the workers from unionizing. The company said they were fired for misconduct. The Grand Theft Auto maker terminated between 30 and 40 staffers across multiple offices in the UK and Canada on Thursday. According to a spokesperson for the Independent Workers Union of Great Britain, oh, that was all supposed to be one, whatever. All of the employees were part of a private trade union chat group on Discord and were either members of the union or attempting to organize at the company, the union spokesperson said. So yeah, pretty much a spokesperson for Rockstar just said, you know what? Or not Rockstar, for Take Two, the overhead company. They said, hey, you know what? These people were fired for misconduct, and we fully support Rockstar and how they handle these situations. Which is just kind of Take Two being like, yeah, no, what are you gonna do about it? Yeah, we let these people go because they were talking to a union. Who do you think we are? Like that it's just such a gross thing to me. Because yeah,
It is.
it doesn't. There's no word about them like saying anything bad about Rockstar. Well, I'm sure they're saying some things like, "Hey, this stuff isn't okay for us. We need to unionize." There's a reason why they're talking to a union, but there's like no mention of them like calling out like leadership or anything. There's like nothing like they're talking ill of the company publicly. This is all private stuff. The but yeah, misconduct here essentially just comes down to, oh, you were talking with a union, you're gone. We're done with you.
Yeah, it's
Um,
kind of like the Starbucks things that we've seen in the past, where like people at Starbucks they started talking about unions, and as soon as they did, they would just close that branch.
mhm.
There you go. It happens all the time. It's like completely uncalled for here.
It's very gross. I'm not too aware with the law in all union busting things. I think it's supposed to be illegal. I don't know what
Yeah, it's supposed to be
it's
illegal.
supposed to be, but you know what? Corporations, they don't fucking care.
Yeah,
Uh
it's one of those, oh, it's illegal, but if we do it and then just say, enter generic, like, corporation quote here, then we get away with it.
Misconduct. Misconduct. What kind of misconduct? Don't worry about it. It's just misconduct. Like
Talk
uh,
shit and find out. That's the
yeah,
misconduct.
yeah, I guess. Uh yeah, this is all just very gross to me. And I do wonder, because I don't know about the legality of all of this, I do wonder what happens next. Because we've got Grand Theft Auto 6, which is set to release right now in May. that is just about 6 months away. Um, that is, that I really wonder what this does, because do you want to release one of the most highly anticipated video games of all time? Like, this is gonna instantly become, like, one of the highest selling video games ever. It's gonna break records for revenue and everything, but does Take-Two want a story about Rockstar being taken to court over union busting to come out around the same time that their giant video game is set to release,
I mean, I definitely wouldn't. I don't think that that would be good
right?
publicly for them. I feel like that would definitely really mess with their like bottom line when it comes to GTA sales.
Mhm.
Guaranteed that would just mess with sales in general because people would just be very angry. It'd be very fresh on their minds. They would be like, "No, why do I want to support this?" But I mean, at the same time, I also view it as like a everyone was all angry at Nintendo about a million things, but then they released a console and it was like, "Oh yeah, forget
Yeah.
about it."
Yeah.
So I don't know where the public would stand on it, honestly, because they seem to say one thing and then they go the complete opposite direction.
There is definitely a group of people that don't care. They just say, "Hey, give me my video game. Let me shut all of this other stuff out." Like, they don't care. Like, hey, they could be the most blue collar person and they see workers getting fired for no real reason and just be like, "Whatever, I've got my video game. I'm fine with that." What they'll be more worried about is when they finally announce that Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to cost $100 at launch just for the base game. That's where I think most of the sales hits will come, but there is something to be said about the perception of a video game in a company. Like I said, we've already known that Rockstar doesn't have the greatest history when it comes to crunch and how it treats its workers. Of course, we haven't heard much of that in like 7 years. I think Red Dead Redemption 2 came out in 2018.
I mean, Grand Theft Auto 6 coming out. I mean, it might be that might be the reason why they were talking to a union to begin with.
Yeah,
Maybe they're doing like major crunch time right now with that.
that's what I'm kind of that's what I was trying to get to earlier. Is like, yeah, there's obviously a reason that these workers are talking to a union. Uh, I also wonder how Rockstar found out. It's got to be that one of the members said something. Maybe they were talking too much. Maybe they were trying to like get, because the way I understand it, when you go to unionize, all of the workers, not just this small group, would have to vote on whether or not they want to unionize. So this is like even before that. This is like, I wonder how many talks were had between these two parties, the workers and the union, because I wonder just how long does it take to get from, hey, we're not that happy, we want to get this ball rolling. Okay, here's everything. Okay, a month or two down the line, we're gonna vote and we'll go from there. For Rockstar to like hear about this, like someone just must have said something too early, too loudly. Someone in leadership found out, reported it, and then boom, these guys are gone. That's got to be what happened here, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm feeling. It's like they either like let's say oh there were 60 people here or something, maybe that 61st person that they spoke to was like just someone who just didn't like the idea and then they told the higher ups. That could be a possibility. Or it could just be oh someone was in the group and then they just started spreading the word too quickly,
Hmm.
and with that it went to the wrong person, ended up going to the higher ups or whatever. Rumors spread fast in an office, so
Yeah, I guess.
guarantee it had something to do with just oh someone said the wrong thing at the wrong time.
The thing that throws me off there is that 30 to 40 people, like that is, you had a whole list. Like that was, oh, I was in the chat and I had everyone and I'm reporting them. So I do wonder if there's a snitch involved. Like they were like, oh, hey, you know what? I am going to help you out with this. They get all the details and like, okay, boom, go to
Oh
the
yeah, like
heads and
maybe one of the higher ups knew about it and then they were like, "Oh, hey, let's just talk to one of the lower guys. Hey, can
mm-hmm.
you join this just to like get intel for us?"
Yeah.
Then hit them for it.
It would be even funnier if they were like, yeah, you were in that chat too. You're fired too. Get out of here. That would be
I
insane.
mean, that would be. If that happened, that person would just be pissed.
Yeah. It Yeah. Unfortunately, there's not much more we can really say about this because the report is just that, hey, these people were fired because they're trying to take out this union talk. I am more interested to see what comes out of this in the weeks and months coming ahead. Over the next couple weeks, I'm definitely going to be paying attention to see if there's any one of these people that were fired, if they speak out on social media or anything. I would definitely be interested to see if the union, the hold on, let me see, what was the name of it? The Independent Workers Union of Great Britain, if they sue Rockstar and Take Two over this, or what goes on, what happens there. I don't know. I'm very interested to see just what comes next. That is so interesting to me. Like, how is this going to affect things like Grand Theft Auto 6? And how will this affect things like video game unionizing in the future? Because we have seen before the pandemic, unions just were not a thing in game development circles. They just weren't. But now you've got several Activision teams, Bethesda, Sega of America, I saw Avalanche, CD Projekt Red, like all these like very big teams are going the union route, and they're being recognized for it too.
Yeah.
Say what you want for how awful and how mishandled Microsoft is with Xbox and Activision and Bethesda and all that stuff right now. They at least recognize the union and they're like, okay, yes, get your things figured out. And they did have the talk, the negotiations with one of the Bethesda teams for like a year and a half, maybe 2 years. They didn't go this far. They didn't fire people just because they were a part of a union. So
Yeah.
I think Rockstar have gone at this just an awful way.
Oh,
I
definitely
This
did.
looks bad for them, and it's only going to look worse. I think the more the details come out.
Now, like in general, unions have done nothing but benefit workers in the past. I mean, like we both live in the US. Unions have a big place in the US, like far past for them. They've helped countless workers get fair pay. So honestly, I mean, I think at this point it's like kind of fair that the gaming industry has their rise of unions so that way they can actually get fair pay and they can actually like kind of set a good like way forward for the gaming industry in general. Just because like it seems like it's in a kind of like downward spiral almost when it comes to like proper pay and like prices for games and everything. It just seems like it's just like spiraling at this point, and it kind of needs like everything set straight.
Yeah, we something big needs to happen here. Uh, to show these corporations that they can't get away with things like this because this is just bad. But I think that's about all we've got today. Hey, viewer, right there. I'm looking at you. Thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments your thoughts on this whole situation. Uh, yeah, and if you want to give us a lesson on how the legality stuff of all this works out, let us know in the comments because I'm completely lost when it comes to this. Like we're talking like London and the Canada being affected here on a company that is based in the US because Rockstar is based in New York, but they have studios that are in London and I imagine Montreal and all these other places around the world. I don't know how this is all going to affect them. Uh, but thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you like it, and we will catch you on the next one. Bye.